There's always something, and that feels like that is the theme of the market. Just when you think you're getting ahead, there's always something to knock you back down. And take a look at this. Headlines. What's next for oil after surprise OPEC cuts? Try $100 a barrel. And that's kind of the word on the street right now. You guys know OPEC is cutting. This is where we're sitting right now. We're kind of in the 80, 90 level. But who knows? We may head up to last year's, which was 120 a barrel. This is sort of what's got fears in the market. And again, there's always something. Here's another one. Tesla shares slide after deliveries disappoint. And this is coming from Fox Business. So you know it's bad when even Fox is hating on Elon Musk. Tesla shares are now down about 5, maybe 6% by the time we finish today. And Tesla and Elon Musk are always doing something illegal. 2008 tweet on Tesla union campaign illegal. The U.S. court rules. So he's always doing something. It is what it is. It's interesting, too, because when he gets mad at, something bad happens, he takes it out on Twitter. This time he's pulling blue check marks. In particular, he's taking away the blue check mark from the New York Times. The New York Times said, hey, Elon Musk, we do not want to pay a premium for that blue check mark. He's like, fine, no blue check mark for you. And actually, there's been a problem with people buying blue check marks and posing as customer service or other companies and then scamming people. So do be careful out there. If you get a message from like, say, hey, Verizon customer service, they got a blue check mark and they say, what's your account info? We got a problem. Be careful in that kind of thing. Essentially what it is that whenever someone contacts you, you call them on their official number just to make sure you're not getting scammed. So just be careful out there, guys. And remember, there's always something. Home prices suddenly jump after several months of decline. So yes, interest rates are going up, mortgage rates are going up. So, chances are the housing market will cool, but not so fast. There's always something. So home prices are a little bit sticky still. You can see this as well. On the positive side, it seems that there are more dealerships getting more stock. So I'd be curious you guys' experience with that. Like when you go to the dealership, do you feel like there's more colors available than before? However, I do think car prices are still elevated. We talked about this before where like the Ford F-150 Lightning wants to charge nearly $100K for their new trucks. So even if they have them, they still might be expensive. It seems, though, that Chinese EV brand Li Auto is increasing their sales. So EV market is growing and General Motors sales are also jumping. So more inventory, more sales, right? However, remember, guys, there's always something. And this talk may be stagflation. And if you don't know what stagflation is you're basically high unemployment, high interest rates, but little or no growth. And in fact, the Fed has something to say about that as well. This is Bullard talking about the oil market and the stock market. I want to show you this.
Why are you and Wall Street so far apart in what you say is likely to happen?
They should listen to me. Here's what I think. I think I put 80% probability that the financial stress will decline, and then make that your baseline forecast. I think that's for low growth, but growth, a continued pretty strong labor market, and inflation coming down. That's got 80% probability. Maybe now I'd go to 85% probability or something. And then the other branch where financial stress gets worse, then we'll have to bring out more macroprudential tools, and it'll be a stressful situation, and all bets are off in that situation. The problem with Wall Street is they've got too much probability on that branch and not enough probability on the other branch. So I think they're going to reprice to the slow growth scenario, and so I think we'll see this change in the weeks ahead here. Yeah, well, of course, oil's always the oil price is always important. I would have expected somewhat higher oil prices anyway, with China coming back sooner than expected during the first half here of 2023, and with Europe skirting recession. So both of those, and strong data in the U.S., all of those are pretty bullish factors, I would say, for the oil market. This was a surprise, the OPEC decision, but whether it will have a lasting impact, I think, is an open question.
Now, you had already moved up your estimate of where the Fed funds rate needed to be to bring down inflation. You were talking an effective rate of around 5.6%. Does this change that calculation at all? And can you explain why you think we need to go that high to hit the terminal rate?
I think we'll need to get over 5%. The committee says that the median person on the committee says a little over 5%. I'm a little higher than that. I think inflation will be stickier. And, I'd look mostly at the core measures of inflation like PCE core inflation or the Dallas Fed trim mean, which really hasn't come down very much at all. It's still in the 4% range, so, 4.6 or something like that. So we're still talking about a lot of inflation, more than double our inflation target on that basis. And oil prices fluctuate around. It's hard to track exactly. Some of that might feed into inflation and make our job a little bit more difficult.
But guys, don't let that get you down, because the father of the cell phone says one day we'll have devices embedded under our skin. Yes, that's right. Phones under our skin. And here's the quote. Next generation will have the phone embedded under the skin of their ears. Such devices won't need to be charged, as your body is the perfect charger. When you eat food, your body creates energy, right? You ingest food, your body creates energy. It takes a little tiny bit of energy to run an earpiece. So it's like, you know what? Our body is a big battery, just like the Matrix. So why not put a phone there? Because that would be what the cool people do. And you're probably thinking, with earpiece under our skin, is that like good or bad in terms of Terminators taking over the world? Well, as it turns out, Sam Altman said AI is similar to the Manhattan Project. And if you don't know, there's actually a movie coming out called Oppenheimer. And this will actually be pretty interesting. And it'll be probably draw some comparisons when they talk about, say, the dangers of technology and whether or not the human race will survive. My bet is we will survive, so don't panic quite yet. We haven't seen the movie, so maybe after I see the movie, I'll change my mind. And if you're looking for some good news, there is some. The UFC and WWE are going to merge, so we may get more crazy fights ahead in the future. More good news, true story. Graham Stephan is getting sued again. This time it's in connection to Binance. Yes, he is indeed getting sued. Class action. I could do a separate video on that just to make fun of him, because you know what? The world is always better when you make fun of Graham Stephan. So that is what it is. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any one of these stories. And this has been your Daily News.